Today on Monkey Life, Alison's at Twycross Zoo to collect an orphaned orangutan in need of a new home and a new family.
Sadly, for a young female orangutan named Cayenne, her mother passed away.
Startling news about a recently rescued pet trade capuchin.
Louis is actually not a male, but a female. So now she has been renamed Louisa.
And Argentine chimp Kangoo heads outside with most of his group and even begins to bond with powerful female Ash. Monkey World in Dorset, buried deep in the English countryside, is the largest sanctuary of its kind on the planet. The team, led by Dr. Alison Cronin, rescue and rehabilitate abused and unwanted primates from all over the world.
There they are. It's so amazing. They look really fit and healthy. All good.
The park provides a home for more than 260 primates from 25 different species. It's been 2 months since the park bid a fond farewell to 12-year-old orangutan Sylvester, who went off to Switzerland to head up a group of his own. The move freed up space in the orangutan nursery. And this morning, Alison has arrived at Twycross Zoo in Leicestershire to collect a youngster in need of a new home.
Bit of a strange one. I mean, in the last few years, our orangutans have been coming from further across Europe, but sadly, for a young female orangutan named Cayenne, her mother passed away. So we've just come to Twycross to pick up Cayenne this morning and then get her back to the nursery and in with our guys, where a new stage in her life will begin. Hi, I'm Alison.
I'm Amanda.
Pleasure, it's Alan.
Cayenne's mum passed away just over a year ago, but moving her to Monkey World had to wait until Sylvester left for his new home in Switzerland. Cayenne was born at Twycross, but since her mother's death, the team there have been unable to reintegrate her with the rest of the family. For the last 12 months, she's been living on her own, although with mesh contact with the others.
She's very much been around other orangutans for her whole life so far, whether it's been through mesh contact or actual physical contact. So she's very much met adult males before, adult females, youngsters. She can be very playful, so she will want to play with individuals when it's on her terms. So being around other young orangutans will be quite fun for her. I think she's very intelligent, so she's going to probably sit back the first little while and observe everyone and then find her footing. But yeah, she's going to be very established, I think, and sassy. Yeah.
Cayenne and the rest of the orangutan family at Twycross had been taking it in turns to use their outdoor enclosure, which wasn't ideal. Her move to Dorset will allow them full use once more.
For our orangs, it's just going to mean so much that they can have that extra space, and for our youngster, he's going to really flourish now that he'll have that opportunity.
Alison's keen to get as much information as possible about Cayenne.
So any weird issues or anything ever with anesthetics?
And on the way to the orangutan house, she checks in with two very familiar faces. Bubble and Squeak, a pair of common marmosets rescued and rehabilitated by Monkey World more than 10 years ago, moved to Twycross to free up space for the constant stream of pet trade rescues arriving at the park.
It's nice to send Steph and the team an update that Bubble and Squeak are still here and looking pretty feisty. I mean, I'm getting eyeballed. I don't think it's because they necessarily recognize me.
At the orangutan house, Cayenne is now safe and secure in her travel crate for the journey to Dorset. And she'll have a familiar face travelling with her.
We've got one of the keepers coming down with her, so she's going to have a friend and somebody she relies upon for the next 4 or 5 days. And then it's over to Oisin, Bulu, Rika, and Mimi. And everybody's gonna have to play nice, so we're all crossing our fingers.
The heavy crate is loaded into the van and locked in place. Cayenne has plenty of food and water on board for the journey.
Box is secured into place, everything's good, so I think we're gonna try and hit the road now so we can get down to the park before it's too late and get her settled into the house. Very exciting, and she's good. Angry, but good. If anybody wants to go around here, please do.
All that's left is for the team at Twycross to say their goodbyes.
She has been fantastic this morning. She went in the crate, no bother, was more than happy. She's a little bit disorientated with what's going on at the moment, but I'm sure she'll settle down very quickly and be fine. She's still willing to take food from us in there, shock horror, so I think she's going to be fine, and very happy for her, but also very sad to see her go.
With a 4-hour journey ahead, Alison's keen to get moving.
Okay, come.
Next stop, Monkey World, where a whole new family is waiting for Cayenne. It's been 2 weeks since Alison arrived back at the park with an elderly capuchin monkey called Louis. His limited mobility meant his first few days were challenging. Louis had been kept in a small cage in his previous owner's kitchen, with just mesh sides to move around on. The previous restrictions, plus the fact he's missing his right arm below the elbow, meant getting used to more space as well as branching and hosing was daunting for the 28-year-old capuchin, and he barely moved from his perch. But in the last few days, he's turned a corner, and the primate care team have also made a startling discovery.
So Louis been with us a couple of weeks now. He's doing really well after not moving from his one platform for a few days. He's started to explore now, moving between bedrooms, which is really nice to see. We've also made quite a discovery in that Louis is actually not a male, but a female. So now she has been renamed Louisa.
Louisa has spent the last 2 weeks at the Capuchin Lodge, home to Erico's group of 13.
Come on, you can do it.
To encourage Louisa to move around and explore her new surroundings, the primate care team have been gradually introducing her to some of the lower-ranking individuals within the group. And it's had a positive effect.
Once she started moving around a little bit more, she's really into her food, which is absolutely great, but she's also really interested in the other monkeys in the house as well. She'll come to the front where she can sort of look over and see the other individuals, so I think she wants that companionship. She's just a little bit nervous, which is understandable because she hasn't had that for so long.
Louisa has been spending a lot of time with Caesar. He's also an ex-pet trade capuchin and a very calm individual. The pair are getting on well. She's also met Ringo and Binti, who are near the bottom of the group's hierarchy. And a couple of days ago, she was introduced to the top man, Erico, who basically ignored her.
He's met her, there was no trouble between them, so hopefully we'll just continue and gradually work on the more dominant animals.
It's a steep learning curve for Louisa. She's spent most of her life alone and now has to learn to deal with all the different personalities and capuchin etiquette that comes with being integrated into a large group. Today, she's taking another big step in that process, going into the large playroom, a very different experience to anything she's come across before.
It is probably higher than she's used to, it's a vaster space, and also she's got the window so she can see the other animals that are around, the woolly monkeys across the way, and also the public can come right up to the window as well. We put some food in her, some of her favourite things to help entice her to explore a little bit as well. So the mealworms and the pellet are two of her real favourite things.
To give her confidence, Caesar is going into the playroom with her. He's in his element, With no other members of the group present, he can tuck into the plentiful grubs and pellets Donna's put out. He seems to be on a mission to get every last one. Louisa watches from one of the tunnels high up in the corner.
Come all the way through, you can see a bit better.
To begin with, despite encouragement from Donna, she's happy to stay put. Even when females Scarlet and Binti arrive to show her the ropes, she remains reluctant. But eventually, she joins in. Tentatively foraging through a blanket Binti is already tackling with enthusiasm. It's going to take time and patience, but Louisa is making progress and on her way to becoming a fully integrated member of a large capuchin group for the first time in her life. It's been almost 2 weeks since Kangu, one of 2 chimps who arrived from Argentina, braved the big outdoor enclosure that's home to Brian's troop of 6. Since then, he's made great progress, getting stronger and more confident. He's now living indoors with all his new housemates, apart from Rodders, who still hasn't come to terms with the new arrival. One of Kangu's biggest challenges has been getting to know Ash, a formidable female the primate care team kept back until he was confident and stable with the others. In the last few days, they've made good progress there too.
There was always some interest there from her, but much as she is a very big, powerful looking lady, she is a bit of a wimp. She's not really in the habit of meeting new people and, you know, she's not quite as bold as she pretends to be. And so she can sometimes lose her nerve and maybe lash out. And because of how big she is, when she lashes out, it can go quite badly. So we've tried to build it up nice and slowly. She's got there with him now. They've been getting on pretty nice and calm inside the house, but you can see she's not 100% happy with that confinement of just being in the house. So logistically, moving forward now, we bring it outside and let their relationship continue to build there.
Sean is keen to keep things on an upward curve, and letting the group outside together is the next logical step. But he's experienced enough to know that nothing is straightforward with chimps.
They're an absolute bunch of lunatics and they tend to go the opposite of the way you want them to go anyway, but I'm cautiously optimistic that they're going to be totally fine. We've set it up as best as we can and, you know, it's down to them now. We just let them crack on, try and keep their lives as normal as possible, get back into that routine, out in the day, in at the night, and just hopefully they'll just settle it all amongst themselves.
The group are keen to get outside.
Get on then, everyone. Everyone be nice.
Brian leads them out, with Ash close behind. Kangu is confident enough to join them, but keeps his distance before deciding to put on a little display in front of Lulu.
No, I wouldn't start on Lulu.
Lulu isn't impressed. She's a chimp who knows her own mind. She heads off for a little solitude, away from any possible shenanigans the rest of the group might indulge in. Kangu has struck up a strong friendship with Brian and follows him everywhere. But the newbie still isn't comfortable up on the high platforms and sticks to ground level for now. Kangu's arrival has heralded a big change in Brian. He still has a few agitated episodes,
Right, it's the point.
But his displays have become a lot more focused and are used to discipline the group, part of his role as leader. Even Ash has learned to give the big male a wide berth on occasions.
It's amazing to see Brian compared to like a few years ago where we just had no idea how to help him. He seemed to be struggling so much with all these various issues, and now, yeah, he's got a big mate and he's acting the big part as well. It's amazing. You couldn't ask for anything better, and I think the longer they're together, and once Rodders is eventually in the mix as well and all things have settled, I think long term it's just going to have such a beneficial effect and couldn't be going better. Say that now when Rodders isn't around, but yeah, it could turn yet.
With Brian exerting his authority, Ash has turned her attentions to Kangu. And the pair seem quite at ease in each other's company.
It's taken for her a while to really build up that confidence with him as well. She knows Kangaroo's not much of a threat. She's lived with Brian for years and knows that he's a bit of a pushover, so I don't think Ash felt the need to come out really guns blazing. And after that, she's suddenly decided, OK, maybe Kangaroo's not so bad. And yeah, it's all been relatively peaceful. You might be a bit more of a normal chimp group one day.
5 down, just the one to go. Rodders. The team hope the temperamental teenager will come round eventually and the group can settle down as one happy family. Life at the Stumpy house is much quieter and calmer these days. The 3 remaining stump-tailed macaques, Toto, Freddy and Sylvie, are doing well. They all appear to have accepted their place in the hierarchy, and it's working. Today, Karen from the primate care team is going to give them a bit of a treat.
We've got big pine cones and they're filled with frozen treats. We've got banana, blueberries, blackberries in some of them. So then they've been put in the freezer, so they're a bit frozen. That makes it a bit tougher for them to get it out, otherwise it's a bit too easy. It's really nice because it's been really warm recently, so on a nice sunny day, it's really nice to have a bit of a frozen treat. We all like our old ice lollies, don't we? So this is just a healthy version for the Stumpies.
Over the years, weight management has been a priority for the Stumpies. They're only given fruit in their diet 3 times a week because of the high sugar content. But everyone deserves a treat now and again. It won't be easy for the trio. The fruit has been mashed up and frozen in the pine cones, and Karen is placing them all over the enclosure, some in hard-to-reach places.
Sylvie's quite agile. She's our youngest, she's our only female, but she's pretty agile. So we'll see. She might not even spot that one, but if we pop it there, and hopefully, fingers crossed, give her something to do. Use those legs. Go on, Stumps! Good girl, Sylvie. Go find the treats. Good boy, Toto.
Karen opens up and the trio head outside. Fruit is a favourite and a good motivator to get them moving. Toto finds one of the easier options. He started to develop cataracts in his eyes and sometimes struggles to locate small objects. The pine cones are perfect for him. Freddy is also tucking in. Of the 3, he's bottom of the hierarchy and gives up his bounty when Sylvie appears. But she isn't top of the pile. Somehow, that honour now belongs to Toto.
We're not really sure how, probably just size and teeth and, don't know, dumb luck, really. I don't really know. He's not the smartest. Freddy is way smarter than Toto and understands dynamics better and behaviour better. But somehow Freddy's been submissive to him and we're not quite sure how that's happened. But Toto is certainly the dominant animal in there, followed by Sylvie. So poor Freddy, he's now right at the bottom underneath Toto and Sylvie. But he is a clever animal and he knows where he fits now in the hierarchy.
And he's smart enough to get his fair share of the treats. Sylvie, meanwhile, has spotted the pine cones Karen placed high in the tree. She demonstrates just how agile elderly stump-tailed macaques can be, easily scaling the tree, collecting the cones, and jumping back down. Toto tries to demonstrate his dominance, but Sylvie scarpers with most of her cones intact.
Oi, Toto. Meanie.
As top man, Toto doesn't need to work too hard for his food. It's always a challenge finding the right kind of enrichment for the Stumpies, but today's frozen treat has proved a hit. After a 3.5-hour journey from Twycross Zoo in Leicestershire, Alison has arrived back at the park with 5-year-old female orangutan, Cayenne.
Really good journey. She calm, relaxed the whole way. A couple of times I sort of went back and sat in front of the box and offered her bits of food, and she is a good eater. That's very clear, so hopefully there won't be competition with Oisin, but seems fine, really, so fingers crossed. Just be happy to get her in the house.
When you're ready, she went. Okay. Yeah. Gonna walk around?
Cayenne is moving in with the 4-strong nursery group. And there's some interested observers as the team manoeuvre the heavy crate into position.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, 2, 3, up. Alison, gonna go this way. Yeah.
The team take the opportunity to weigh the young orangutan while she's still in the travel box.
Yeah.
Okay. 6.4.
Once Cayenne is safely indoors, the empty crate will be weighed again, giving them a fairly accurate weight.
Come on, Cayenne. Hey, sweet pea.
The travel crate is opened up, and Cayenne takes her first steps towards her new home.
Come on, Cayenne. Here we go. There's a good girl. Jeremy's going to give you some grapes.
I'm going to close the slide.
Inside, Jeremy and James are waiting with a few healthy treats.
First impressions, she looks like a ruffian, doesn't she? Now, she seems really, really quite calm compared to some of them come in, they're very, very nervous and scared of everything, but she seems to be pretty calm with it, and she's munching away on her food, so can't wait to get on with the intros, possibly, as soon as we can. But we'll let her settle in tonight, probably let her have a good kip and get used to the new surroundings, and then maybe start tomorrow, possibly, so yeah, let's see.
Cayenne has been given the run of a couple of bedrooms to help her settle in. The rest of the curious nursery group are in the playroom, keen to see what's happening. Cayenne makes herself known.
Cayenne's definitely in the house, and she's got a little bit of attitude, so we'll have to see what happens with our guys. Hopefully she's going to want to make friends, and she's going to have to learn to be nice. Our guys, on the whole, are pretty nice to each other overall, but then they've all grown up together.
James opens up a bedroom so they can get a little closer. But the nursery group keep their distance.
I was expecting them to part on through.
Eventually, they wander across to take a closer look at their new housemate. They'll have a night to get accustomed to each other's presence before the real test begins. Full-on introductions. Next time on Monkey Life. Alison heads north to rescue a pet trade squirrel monkey, who proves to be something of an escape artist.
No, I don't. Look at this.
And an apple or two a day are a welcome treat for the aging bachelor chimps.